doubly honored today to not only endorse the next President of the United States, Hillary Clinton, but to bring her out here along with our fine, excellent Senator Dianne Feinstein.
For 15 years now, just about the time I've been in the Senate. I've watched her as First Lady. I've watched her travel through 85 different countries. I've watched her use the White House for positive good. And this election is going to be about change. And who is the person that really has the know-how that can make the difference? Candidate for President of the United States, Senator Hillary Rodham Clinton. Thank you, Oakland. My goodness, what an amazing crowd. I am so happy to be here with all of you. And I thank every single one of you for coming, and particularly for bringing so many children, because this election is about the future, particularly for them. I want to thank my dear friend, your senator. She has been a wonderful senator for your state, but also a leader for the United States. Dianne Feinstein, thank you for your service. I want to thank all of our elected officials who are here. You've had the wonderful opportunity to hear from a number of them, and I am so grateful that they would be with us this evening. And I also want to thank this marvelous choir from Glide. Thank you all so much. I also want to thank the union labor that helped us set this block party up. Thank you to IATSE Local 107. I am confident and optimistic that together we can start acting like Americans again. You know, Americans who work together, who roll up our sleeves, who look for solutions to our problems. And I want to set goals for our country again, because I believe that there is nothing we can't do if we come together as a nation again. And I want to start by setting a goal of restoring America's leadership in the world, something that I believe has been badly damaged the last 6.5 years. we can look around the world and see that we have alienated our friends and our allies, and we have emboldened our enemies. And yes, we do have to have a president who will end the war in Iraq. And then we've got to do all the work that it takes to once again lead in the world. You know, you cannot be a leader if no one is following. And we've got to lead again and bring the world with us to meet the challenges we face. In fact, I'm not going to wait until I'm inaugurated. The day after I'm elected, I'm going to start asking Americans of both political parties to travel around the world with a very simple message to governments and peoples alike. The era of cowboy diplomacy is over! And here at home, bringing the future for our children, reclaiming the Constitution for our future, reclaiming that sense of confidence and optimism that marks America at our best, reclaiming a sense that we are all in this together. And I am so proud that I might have the great honor of being the first woman president in the history of the United States. I'm a woman, although if you stop and think about it, what else could I run as? But I am running because I believe that I'm the best qualified and experienced person to hit the ground running on January 20th, 2009. And I want to just end with this story that kind of sums up for me what I hope to do as your president with your help. You know, I am going to campaign hard in California. Just as my husband loved California, I love California, and I will be as hard as I can be. Because, to me, California has always been about the future. You know, as I travel around the country, I sometimes encounter some questions from people in other parts of the country when I say, you know, we can be energy independent, we can reduce our energy usage, and people kind of parrot back at me what they've been hearing from the president and the vice president all these years, and they'll say, well, won't we wreck our economy? And I'll say, well, you know, there's a place where the people use on a per capita basis 50% of the electricity that the rest of the United States uses. And that place is called California. So to me, California is helping to lead the way about what we as a nation must do. And that's what I'm going to be looking to you for. Yes, for your support, for your involvement. Coming out in these thousands of you today is a great signal that yes, we are ready for change. We're ready to turn the page. We'd like to restart the 21st century and undo the damage that has been done.